And here we are. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first stream of Below the Belt Boxing. My name is Kyle Brooks.
And I'm Charlie Wainwright.
And tonight we're going to be talking you through the Anthony Joshua and Jermaine Franklin fight. On the main card, at the moment, we've got the undercard of Wardley, all the way from Ipswich. And we've got Kofi. To be honest, he's not the best of undercards, but that's just the zone for you, though. Eddie Hearn from Matchroom, he doesn't notoriously put on the best undercards. But yeah, stay with us and we will have the fight with yourselves. Do stay tuned. Main event looks to be about 10:30. Notoriously a little bit later. And they'll be fighting out the O2 in a packed house in London this evening.
I had Wardley earlier on, but this Kofi's coming back a bit strong here.
Wardley's taking it. Come on. Let's face it. He's tipped to be prospect Great Britain. Dylan White's in his corner this evening. You know, it's one of them. It's a standard DAZN undercard. Matchroom boxing. If you know anything about boxing, you know the undercards with Eddie Hearn aren't the best. A little Kate Taylor fight, maybe.
He's dropped some of that. He's pushing a lot more. Trying to get everyone headline fighters in here a bit too early on half of them. Whereas back when Joshua were up and coming, the undercards were pretty decent.
Yeah, fair one. I think it was the Klitschko Joshua undercard at London, and they had like a 5-hour undercard.
Yeah,
that's some of the best boxing I've ever seen. It really was. And I know it's London, I know it's AJ, and I know it's Klitschko, but it's a great night of boxing. Fantastic fight. Ups, downs. Joshua got knocked down. Klitschko knocked down. Massive uppercut will finished him as well. Just give us a second. We're going to send this out to a few of the boys. Hopefully, we'll get a bit of chat on the live stream. We'll get a couple of call-ins, and we're going to call the fight this evening. If you're watching us live tonight, then who do you have for the fight?
There's a couple of debates on that. Speaking around today, a lot of people have got Joshua nice and early, but there's one or two who are thinking that this there could be a bit of an upset, another upset. Joshua's coming heaviest he's ever been as well.
Oh, I can't see him being an upset, mate. It's got to be Joshua, isn't it? Joshua's coming in, he's going to bang him. Bang him. The man's a machine.
Is he going to tire early? He's never been at this weight, so it's.
What's he coming at? 245 or something? What did he come in at? You watched the weigh-in? I missed that. I was at work. Guys, if you're watching at home, what was the Anthony Joshua's weight? Franklin, he's not in the best condition. He'll go 12 rounds, but he's not in the best condition. So, you know, Joshua's built out of made of stone, isn't he? You know, let's face it. So what he comes in at, that's his punching weight. You know, he doesn't have an ounce of fat on him.
He is a big bloke. He's an Adonis, isn't he?
Yeah, for sure.
You hear it thrown around all the time, but the man is a specimen.
So we're coming from you live from Emsworth tonight. For those around the world, Emsworth is about just under an hour from London. Not about an hour from the fight. So yeah, we're pretty close this evening. I like to see Anthony Joshua win tonight, get back to winning ways. He's had a couple of scraps in the past with Usyk on the downturn. If he loses 3 in a row, what do you reckon?
If he loses 3 in a row, then he's got to seriously reconsider what he's doing, and maybe his whole team around him.
Yeah, fair one. He's been out to America for this training company out in Texas.
Yeah. Where does he go after this fight? Who does he go next? There's talk of Dillian White again.
Yeah, fair one. Dillian White could fight for him though. He'll beat Dillian White again.
Wait.
I think.
Franklin's got to be about the same level as Dillian White.
No. I know the last fight will say different, and some may say that he did beat White. But White likes a step up though. Look at him against Parker.
Yeah.
That second fight against Povetkin. Do you know what I mean?
White had Joshua hurt. I think
in that first round. I think that was more of a shock factor though, wasn't it?
I think
Joshua had him hurt, mate, when he was on the ropes.
And that's
Do you know what I mean?
I didn't go for him because he had him hurt. It was
yeah.
One of that. I don't don't see that being a big fight. He's got to start looking at titles again straight away, hasn't he? He gets this win under his belt, bit of confidence. He's got to be.
That's exactly what this fight is. How old's
Yeah.
Joshua? 33. He'll come back. He'll win a heavyweight title. I mean, he has to wait for Fury and Usyk to vacant the belts, but he'll come back and he'll win.
He's got to fight one of them.
Yeah.
Now,
I don't know. Fury could go off the rails. You know he is.
The fight that you could make would be the Fury fight.
I don't think it'll ever happen. I don't think it'll ever happen in our lifetime. And it'll be one of those who would have won. Majority of people now would say Fury. But Joshua could bang him, though. The man's made of granite. Do you know what I mean?
He is.
And Fury's chin is not made of granite. I don't know. He's gone in with Wilder many and many times. He won probably all 3 fights.
He's the only bloke who doesn't stay down, though, does he?
Yeah, he got heart. He got 10 out of 10 at heart. He generally does. Right, let's get this stream out to a few of the boys, and then we'll get fully into it. As it stands, we are under an hour away from the main event. Stay with us. Live commentary. Myself, Carl Brooks, and Charlie Wainwright. Not too far from where the fight's happening tonight in an O2 packed out arena. Get us in the comments. Where are you guys from? If you're local, where are you watching it around the world? If you're watching it with us, did you not fancy paying 20 quid to watch it? Because I personally didn't fancy paying 20 quid to watch it, but I've done it for the greater good. Do you know what I mean?
So we can bring you what's going on.
Yeah, happy with that. Tell us where you are, guys. Tell us where you are and what you're up to. Where you're watching us. Are you at home? Are you out and about? Are you at work? What are you guys up to? We'll have.
It's all over on this fight.
Was that the last card before the main event? Joshua, Jermaine, Franklin, and Joshua are in the building. They're both in the respective changing rooms, warming up for the fight as we talk. The main event is under an hour. Do stay with us. We'll be going through the night until it's called. How do you guys see it going? I personally see it as Joshua under 3 rounds. I think he'll smash him.
I'm going for Joshua 6, and I think he needs to get a couple of rounds of actual boxing where he can dominate.
Yeah. Use
the ring and work his opponent. Get a good workout in. Get a good 6 rounds under him. Put a big knockout in them 6 rounds. I think if we goes for a 3-round knockout, I don't think we're going to learn anything new about Joshua.
Yeah, fair one.
And Joshua's not going to get anything from the fight apart from, he steps in and he knocks someone out really quick.
So, going back through Joshua's last few fights, obviously Usyk, and then was it Ruiz before that and Ruiz before that?
Yeah.
So, in the last 4 fights, he's lost 3.
He's lost 3. He went in.
I don't think he banged him. Ulav? 4 years ago? You know, Taurus has a really short record. He's had 27 fights.
Yeah, he showed good fights, Ruiz no respect.
Yeah.
With Ruiz taking that fight at such short notice. He then came back and sorted himself out and made light work of Ruiz. Before that was Joseph Parker, who he swept aside, not a problem.
Done 12 rounds of him, didn't he?
Yeah, but he dominated the 12 rounds. Parker maybe had 2 or 3
Yeah,
rounds.
he didn't have that, did he?
It wasn't.
Yeah, he just turned it on that night, didn't he? Yeah, absolutely turned it on.
Yeah, he just outclassed him at everything. But then the Usyk, you think with the size of Joshua, he would have maybe tried to bully him a little bit. But
Usyk's just a fantastic fighter, though.
He shocked a lot of people.
Yeah, for sure.
And then you'd be thinking Usyk could be making a lot of money from the next few fights, but he's talking about the Usyk Dubois fight now after the Tyson Fury Usyk.
Do you know what? I wrote Daniel Dubois off so hard against the Juggernaut, and yeah, I mean he had that damaging eye socket, didn't he? And he ended up taking a knee to the fight. If he goes in with Usyk, is that going to play a factor in, or is it too early on in his career? I don't know. I don't know how old Dubois is. I know he's not old. Probably mid-20s.
Yeah, he's
great prospect. Don't go in with Usyk now, whatever you do. Do you mean your best name on your record's probably the Juggernaut? Do you know what I mean? What do you reckon?
He's got the power to take Usyk out. And watching the last two fights from Joshua,
Yeah, he does. He does.
Do you know much about Usyk apart from he can box? I don't think Joshua actually laid anything on him to see if he can take anything. So it's definitely a debate and a fight that'd be worth a watch.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know, but the thing is, we just beat around in circles. Everybody just wants a Fury AJ fight. Everyone wants a Fury Usyk fight in that order. Get Wilder in the mix, and we've got some good heavyweights.
Yeah, there is.
Ortiz.
There's some fantastic
in the top
fights.
10. You've probably got Hunter. You ain't got this bum nowhere, mate. If you're watching at home tomorrow, I'm gonna send you a link, mate. Jermaine Franklin, you rank 35th in the world. You've somehow snuck up to 15th on the You somehow snuck up to 15th on the IBF rankings. Are you all right? Charlie Wainwright, watching from home. You guys hoping Joshua gets knocked out? Oh yeah, fair one. I hope you're not watching from the UK because that's not the bag. Yeah, it's fine. Ian Apnin. Who was that? Who was that? It left no name. Ian Apnin. If Joshua's getting knocked out tonight, then
you need to really think about your career after that. If you're getting knocked out tonight, but we said that with his Ruiz fight.
Oh, do you know what? With the Ruiz fight, I was just back from deployed. I just got back and went round a mate's house, a few jars, and they were just like, "Who's this fat mess? Who's this bum?" And I was like, "Nah. Go back to the Ruiz Parker fight. Lost on a majority decision. If one more judge gave him one more round, he'd have already been a world champion 3 years prior." So I already knew. I remember watching it like 3 o'clock in the afternoon UK time because it was a New Zealand fight, and it's already at the back of my mind that he can bang and he was quick, but he's not best conditioning. Everyone knows that. Do you know what I mean? But fair play with him now. Lost a lot of weight, but when he's lost a lot of weight, still moves well. His power ain't great.
No, his power's disappeared, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think it shows with. Oh, we got another one here. Yeah, just hoping for the Joshua win in the comments. Yeah, happy days. I don't see anything different. Yourself?
No, nothing at all.
Yeah, happy days, guys. Get in the comments. Say hello. Oh. And how do we see it going? As it stands, we've got about 45 minutes until the main event of the evening. We're going to bring you some highlights as we just chat about boxing before the main event. I believe the last of the undercard is over, and we're now just waiting on Eddie Earn's main card of the evening in Greenwich.
Eddie Earn's suitably dressed for the occasion tonight, is he?
Oh, what's he wearing, eh?
He's got a plain white t-shirt on. He's in a pinstripe
pair of high techs. What's he wearing?
He's got himself some white trainers on, a suit, and a plain white t-shirt. Is Eddie Earn?
Why is he dressed
he
like that?
He could have come in his pajamas.
Oh, mate, but why is he dressed like that? I mean, we made it. We made an effort. Do you know what I mean?
Got Dillian White there in his green cargo pants.
Yeah, what's this? You love a bit of clubber there, didn't you? All of it fake, by the way. All of it fake.
Stop it.
You go boss spelt with a C.
CP, this.
Yeah.
Yeah, expensive.
I own a clothing company, by the way, and I have no idea what that meant. CP, that's football gear, isn't it?
No. Well, football hooligans.
Yeah, it's football gear. Yeah.
It's like the cheaper version of Stone Island, isn't it?
Okay. I don't know. I was stony. I steer clear of it. I don't think they're nice. I don't think it's nice gear. What we got? Who we got? This evening from Boxing After Dark. Who's the best champion? Sorry, wrong. Who is the better champion, in your opinion, of Vitali Klitschko or Anthony Joshua? Does that even warrant a question right below? Boxing After Dark. Take yourself outside. Give yourself a slap. Get yourself back in here, mate. Because you know Vitali Klitschko only lost 2 fights. One for a dislocated shoulder and one for his eye. Hanging out to possibly the greatest heavyweight champion of all time, Lennox Lewis. So Joshua's got a great record, but Vitaly Klitschko is in the top 10 heavyweights of all time. Get us in the comments after you take yourself out for a bit of a slappity slap, and get yourself back in and get yourself back in the comments, mate. Tell us what you think. What do you reckon, Charlie?
The Klitschko brothers dominated for so long, didn't he? Whereas Joshua, did he dominate?
Yeah, good. I don't know.
He had
that IBF belt for about 4 years, didn't he? Yeah, fair one.
Has he dominated?
He
had a slight period.
Right.
On his coming.
What tipple we got for the night? I'm on a drop of wine. I am on. Do you know it's actually labelled? Let's found it in the fridge, mate. Don't even know what it is. Could be moonshine. Could be.
It's fair trade.
Could be cat piddle. I don't know. It's all right. It's a wine of South Africa, Western Cape. Hello. If that means anything to you boys at home. Charlie, what are we on? Should we give him a bit of advertising? Get it around. Give him a bit of advertising. Get it around. Get it around.
I think everyone will recognise the glass.
Hello. We've got a Birra Moretti, yeah? A Birra Moretti. They love it up north, you know. Well, you're northern anyway, aren't you? They do. They love a Birra Moretti up north. What we got here? Who's the co-host? Only just joined.
So, co-host tonight is Charlie Wainwright. And come round to...
All the way from Manchester.
An hour away from Manchester, Blackpool.
Oh, yeah, sorry, mate. Yeah. He's a Manchester United fan, is what it is.
The home of one-time British champion Brian the Lion Rose.
Blackpool?
Blackpool, yeah.
Oh,
he's just opened a gym up round the corner.
No. You've had a bigger name than that. Oh, what, boxing champion?
Yeah.
Brian the Lion?
Yeah, cruiserweight. Middleweight, yeah.
Oh, the legendary champ. Who we got here, right? Rose, the guy who looks like Ronaldo. Yeah, is this him? Well, as in like Cristiano? Cristiano or Fat Ronaldo? Which one?
No, not Fat Ronaldo.
What's your little tufty on the old hair? CR7. Yeah. Good looking chap, is he?
He's just open. He opened a gym a couple of years ago, round the corner from where I live.
Oh, okay.
His own little boxing gym.
Fair one to Boxing After Dark. They know their stuff on that subject. Yeah, fair one. Well, let's get that in focus. Yeah, happy days. Well, we're bringing you the fight tonight. If you're just joining us, my name's Carl Brooks, and welcome to Below the Belt Boxing. Tonight on the main card is Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. Joined us tonight is
Charlie Wainwright, and we hope to give you as much on the fight tonight as we possibly can as we're going along. Franklin, he's looking sharp.
Geez, no, do you know what, right? I love to write people off, but I've really looked into him this week. So I put a video out. Anthony Joshua's next opponent, who is Jermaine Franklin. And I just saw him as, your average American prospect. He fights out of Michigan. He was actually out of the ring since 2009 to 2022, not just because of COVID, but he had a bit of a drama with his management team, and he couldn't afford to fight. So he's been fighting since the age of 13. Who we got here? Joshua for the win. Yeah, happy days. Yeah, Joshua for the win. Franklin, though, I want to see him do well. I don't want to see him go in the first few rounds. I do maybe think he will. I don't want to see him. I want to see him do well. I want to see him. He's a roofer by trade, actually. He genuinely is. He's a roofer by trade.
Oh.
And he couldn't afford to fight and keep his family at the same time. So he's got a newborn boy. If you do what, I'll send the link to him tomorrow. He's only got 2,000 followers on Instagram. Give him a message tomorrow, whatever the outcome is, and he will generally appreciate it because he's only going to go back to, if he loses, he'll probably go back to business. And he's 29 years old. If he wins, happy days. The man never, he never work a day in his life again.
No.
I hope he has a good scrap.
Even if he loses, if he puts a good show of himself, there'll definitely be other fights there for him, won't there? He's not going to disappear. If he's gone in the first couple of rounds, then you're probably saying, he's not going to get much of a showing elsewhere.
What we got here? If you could see Joshua fight anyone, who you putting him in with. Right, let's not do the obvious. Let's not do Fury because that's on everyone's tongue.
The only other person.
Wilder.
Yeah,
Do you know what? I'm putting him in with Wilder before putting him with Fury because I think he'll bang Wilder.
If he stays clear of that big, if he stays clear of the bomb,
His ring IQ's not even bad. He's Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah,
he was like he won a world title in 14 fights.
Yeah.
Put it in comparison for Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson had 10 pro fights in his first year. Like Josh went straight to it. Like there was no build up to it. He was fighting Sam Sexton. He was fighting Dillian White. He was fighting these, for the British title and the European title and the Commonwealth title early on. He was
shaped that way, wasn't he? He was. I think you have to go with Wilder.
No.
Yeah, I think
if Fury bangs Wilder, Joshua knocks Wilder out. Joshua's a bigger puncher.
When he's on his game.
Who's Joshua been knocked out by? Andrew Ruiz.
He got knocked out by Andrew Ruiz. He was put down by Klitschko, wasn't he?
Oh, great fight, though. Great fight.
And Tyson Fury says that off Deontay Wilder was the biggest punch he's ever had. Is Joshua getting up from that?
He's gonna say that though, isn't he? Because he won the fight. Do you know what I mean? He's gonna say that.
After the first fight, he was saying that he said he didn't know how he got up.
He got up like he was late for school. Yeah, fair one.
Yeah. So,
do you know what?
If Joshua boxes clever on him,
I think the man doesn't know how to lose. If I'm honest with you, I don't think he knows how to lose. Fury, that is. This is not Joshua. Joshua knows how to lose.
Oh yeah.
And Franklin, Franklin, his first loss was against Dillian White in his last match. Dillian White's a great, world prospect.
He reaches the level and then doesn't produce on the big stage. He gets there. He does everything right up until that fight.
The fight main card is at, if you're joining us again, the main card is at 10:30 Greenwich Mean Time, American time, depending on where you are in America, probably between 7 and 9 hours behind us. Yeah, so we're looking at about 3 p.m. to 1 p.m. depending on where you are in the world. Hey, we've got Boxing Legends TV in the chat. Great analysis, guys. I'm looking forward to this one. Boxing Legends TV, for those who don't know who they are, they're the largest online independent boxing pros in the world. And welcome to the stream tonight. Boxing After Dark, BLTV, love your videos, bro. As do we. You actually inspired me to start the channel, and welcome this evening. Charlie, ever watched Boxing Legends TV? Must have done.
I've watched a few.
Yeah. If you've watched highlights online, and it's not Skrillex in the background and Mike Tyson banging blokes, it's not them. If you've watched a serious documentary, they know what they're doing. These boys know what they're doing. Happy days, and welcome to the stream. Joshua's a bum. First round knockout for Franklin with a little heart emoji. Yeah. Cheers, mate. We don't want your sort of talk like that around here. Do you know what I mean?
That would be an upset. That would be a big upset.
Is Joshua done if he loses the fight? We got some views. Guys, if you are viewing tonight, do give it a like. We'll get it up the rankings. Myself, if you just join us tonight, excuse me. I'm Carl Brooks, and we will be commentating on the main event of this evening on DAZN. Eddie Earn's finest, Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. My co-host tonight is.
I'm Charlie Wainwright. Well, that is a serious question. Is Joshua done if he loses tonight? Where does he go from there?
Well, he's fighting 35th in the world, so he's got to go back from there, isn't he? Yeah. Do you know what? If Joshua loses tonight, he's done. He's not going to lose tonight. I put a month's wages on tonight that Joshua wins. I don't know. Can you get it up what the odds are? Guys, what are the odds tonight? I'm not a betting man. There's no point betting on Joshua fight because he's, let's say, 25 times out of 27 he wins, or 20 or whatever it was. I know he obviously lost twice to Usyk and once to Wants to always straight in. Speed dial
So
1.
straight
Sky
in.
bet. Hello, straight in.
So we're looking at 1 to 12 for Joshua. No point putting your money on that.
7 to 1 for Franklin.
7 to 1 for Franklin.
7 to 1 for Franklin. I'd put him 100 to 1 personally. Franklin, if you're watching, sorry, Gazer. I will send you this tomorrow, as I've said before. I am rooting for you, Gazer. I do like you. You know, I've done a documentary on this week, and I do like you, and I wish you all the best, and I hope this sets you up for you and your family in the future. I generally do. Don't go about the roofing, Gazer. Absolute grafted in Michigan, mate. Get in there, have a good scrap, hold your own against Anthony Joshua, and then we'll go from there, brother.
What's that? Charlie, who was your favourite fighter ever? Oh, I'm a showman. I like a show before a fight.
Yeah.
And I think sitting up till 3 o'clock in the morning when I was about 8, 9 with my dad, watching only one bloke make the biggest entrances into the ring.
Oh wait, I've got it. Asian fighter, British.
Yes.
Yeah. Amir Khan. Prince Naseem.
Oh.
Yeah. Tell me about that.
The speed.
Yeah, they got it. They got it in the comments. So I love Amir, mate. Me and my family, we are big Amir fans. We are, and I know he's seen as a bit of a joke in British boxing. Blah 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 blah. Fastest hands in the game, up there with Manny Pacquiao, and just silver medalist at the Sydney Olympics when he was 17 years old. Tell me where you was at 17 years old. I know where I was. Kicked out of school on the rums. I'm not that anymore. I got GCSEs now. I love you, know. Where was you at 17?
Where was I at 17?
Amir Khan, mate. Silver medalist for Great Britain. And yeah. And at a time when we didn't do so well at the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He helped set up the British.
Prince Naz, yeah, you got it there. Yeah.
Prince Naz now.
Yeah, great fight. You know what? I was a hater of him in my younger days. I didn't like the show. I didn't like the show, but I liked the undercard. I liked the underdog. You know what I mean?
It was an interview, and they asked him about his entrance to the ring. He's like,
Yeah.
"It takes so long."
On the carpet and that.
Yeah.
On the carpet.
I take so long and put so much effort into that because I know when I'm in the ring, I'm not in there for long.
Yeah.
And you just 1-2 rounds every time. You just knew you were just like, is he going to make it to round 3 this time?
When he fought Barrera, I think it was his second from last fight, and people say he was done. I don't think he was done. His hands were done. He had really bad issues with his hands.
Yeah, he was mismanaged when he went over to America as well, wasn't he? There was a lot of mismanagement with his career.
Yeah,
and he did probably think he was a bit ahead of where he should have been at the time.
You know what? I ain't drinking too much tonight. I'm actually off the sauce at the moment. Just focuses on boxing and training. That's me. Charlie on the round. Loves a drop. He's not focused on training, but he is focused on boxing tonight. I'll go on, sir. Come on, though. Who do you guys got at home? We've got Hamburger Psychology in. Jordan Peterson himself. Franklin getting knocked out tonight. He may do. Do you know what? He may do. Probably odds on favourite that he will. This is just probably a feel-good fight for Anthony Joshua. If in reality, on the back of 2 losses.
Yeah, Joshua needs to build that confidence again. Massively.
Yeah.
He's not had a good past couple of years. 1 win out of his last 4.
Mm-hmm.
He made a bit of a fool of himself after the last Usyk fight in the ring. With his comments, so he needs to be a bit more humble tonight in any celebrations afterwards.
Yeah, you know what, man? I think he was probably a bit not punch drunk, but he probably certainly concussed after the Usyk fight, and he made a
bad judgment call.
How did you guys watch it at home? I watched it through fingers. I was like, what is this? I was like, what's he doing? He threw the belts at the ring, and then Usyk promptly took the Ukraine flag off him.
Yeah. It was the I'm the better boxer.
Mm-hmm.
After Usyk's just beat him twice, and Usyk's looking at him thinking, "You're the bigger fool, mate, than anything."
Yeah, Usyk was fighting for different reasons. We got Joe Rogan experience. For me, Joshua passed it. All respect to him, but he's done at the top level. Is he? No, he done at the top level, mate. I'm not a big Joshua fan. I believe you can only be a Fury or Joshua fan. You can't be both. You reckon? But he ain't done. Joshua. Have you seen the man? He made out of granite. Good ring IQ. What? Because he went in with Usyk twice. And a very, very good Andrew Ruiz on the night. He wanted a box for Mexico. If he didn't have those fights, he'd be world champion now. But if my mother had wheels, she would be a bicycle. Do you know what I mean?
If you didn't have them fights, you'd be saying he's not proven the champion.
Thanks for the content, guys. And thank you for tuning in, Ryan. Thank you very much. If you are tuned in, do give us a like, bump us up the notch, and we'll get out to the masses. For the millions watching at home. For the millions in attendance. Are you here because you want to pay 20 quid for it? I did not want to pay 20 quid for the fight, just saying. But I've paid it for you guys to watch and listen in with us.
Yes. The building of it is really filling up in there, though, isn't it?
It's a sold out O2 this evening. What's the O2 old? 40, 45,000? It's not Wembley. It's not 90,000 Carl Froch. Oh. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's not 80,000, 80,000, and it was 90,000 for Joshua Klitschko, wasn't it?
Yes.
They have another fight there as well with done 90,000. I think.
There's been a few fights there. Big sellout fights at Wembley.
Yeah, for sure.
Cardiff as well.
Joshua fought in Cardiff, yeah. Who did he fight? Who did he fight there? Pulav in Cardiff? I don't know. Yeah, Cardiff's a good arena though.
Yeah, it's perfect for.
You get those Valley's boys down there. They don't mess about. Yeah, for sure.
Get the roof up. Get the roof closed. Keep the elements out.
I mean, this is South Wales. Do you know what I mean?
In winter, South Wales.
Here we go. Danny Woolridge. What time is you on, lads? Oh yeah, Danny. Main event is coming to you at 10:30 tonight. Do stay in. It'll probably be a little after 10. You know, it is with these with the ring walks these days. The ring walks much as a spectacle as the fight itself. But happy to have you here, Danny. Who we got here? Matchday Talk. Are you guys doing a watch along only to the main event? Not only giving a watch along only, mate, but we're giving the full commentary right here with myself, Carl Brooks, and my co-host this evening,
Charlie Wade.
right here on Blood About Boxing. Stay tuned. A word from our sponsors. Buy my merch. Get us on Instagram. Get us on Instagram. Unknown Soldier 7.62 on Instagram. If you are new to us, do give us a follow. Do give us a subscribe. We had a few subscribers from tonight, and if you are watching at home, give us a like and do generally welcome. If we've got one viewer, we've got under 1,000 viewers. Not a drama. Who we got commentating on the zone tonight? We've got Liverpool's own Tony Bellew and
Dillian White looking suave in his full cargo outfit.
He looks like a skinhead from the 80s.
He's heavy. He's not
in a bomber jacket, like the orange in a line. What is it? What jacket is it?
It's an off-white jacket. It's more expensive than mine and your outfits together.
Have a word. I'm the own label, don't I? Hello, Joe. You priceless. Is what we're wearing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. How do you guys see it going at home tonight? How do you see it going at home? Joshua is the obvious number. Do you see him going 12 rounds? Do you see him? He's coming at a career heavyweight.
This is the biggest he's been at. Is he losing?
What did he come in? What did he come in at? Can you have a look? Can you check it out? I think he's about 245 for the Klitschko fight. I think, which is massive. No, he can't have been 245. He'd have been in the top 5 heavyweights of all time, which I've done a video on, by the way. Do be sure to check it out.
There's a few comments.
Who we got here?
254.
254 pounds tonight.
Oh no, that was against Takum.
Massive. He's a unit of a man. What's Joshua? 6'5", 6'6"?
He's 250 now.
250 pounds tonight. Don't look too much into the Franklin weight. He's not in the best of condition. Still bang, nice condition. So for those who don't know Jermaine Franklin fights out of Michigan, been fighting since he was 13 years old. He boasts 22 fights, 21 wins, only the one loss coming by the way of Dillian White in a very, very close fight. Some seeing it as Jermaine Franklin's win, actually. He boasts a 64% win to knockout ratio. So the man can bang, and I have seen his highlights this week. I've I've watched them. Made a documentary on it. Be sure to check it out. Anthony Joshua's next fight. Who is Jermaine Franklin? Who we got here? I'm expecting a big knockout for AJ, and a big Bishmala offers. Not a clue what that means, mate. Fair one, but fair one of you. Cheers for tuning in. Cheers for tuning in, mate. Is what it is.
I think everyone's expecting a big knockout from Joshua. It's just, is he going to put a bit of a show onto it? Or is he going to just go in there, get the job done early, and get out of there and move on to his next opponent, who rumoured maybe Dillian White again?
I'd like to see it, mate. I like to see it personally. I like Dillian White. I follow him out in Portugal, getting it done. Do you know what I mean? Out in the sun, fair one, away from the press, away from the Nevada testing team, mate. That's where you are, mate. That's where you are. I got your number, mate. Got your number.
Yeah, so
we're just back tomorrow, mate. We'll have a crack. Who we got here? I'm expecting, happy days. We have got about 25 minutes to the main event. And if you are just tuning in, my name's Carl Brooks, and I am the owner of Bloated Belt Boxing. My co-host this evening is
Charlie Wainwright.
Happy days. It's basically Sky Sports, is what this is. We've made a Sky Sports in my music studio. Happy with that. So do you guys work on the channel together? For this evening we do. I am the owner of Bloated Belt Boxing, but Charlie has joined me this evening. A local friend of mine. We're colleagues. We work together day to day, and we're just a couple of boxing fans looking to watch in as you guys are to listen in to a top fight. Where are you guys from? If you're watching tonight, get us in the comments. Whereabouts are you from? We love to hear it. Are you from around the world? What's your work, pal? We're a couple of dolphin shavers. Have you ever seen a hairy dolphin? I'm a dolphin shaver by trade for the last couple of years, but I was an underwater wood welder for a couple of years.
Couldn't get the hang of it.
Yeah.
Really struggled.
Yeah.
It was the knocking the weld off with the hammer. I just couldn't get the.
Charlie's just left modelling. Hand modelling.
I need to get myself out to Turkey for one of them hair transplants.
Bro, I think we all could, you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
$4,000.
He's in the flights loaded back with them. All single men.
Not a drama.
Either
no, but it's even there. Though. We're European, mate. Do you know what I mean? Cheap flights. Get a bit of Ryanair out of Istanbul.
How was your holiday? Oh, I see. We're on holiday. Teeth and hair.
Sorry, sir, but this doesn't look much like you in your passport. Where are you coming from? Istanbul, mate.
It did 2 weeks ago.
I'm in Scotland. Turkish Airlines. Happy with that. I'm in Scotland. Well, welcome from Scotland. Who from Scotland fought Anthony Joshua in the past? The Highlander. What was his name? Follow him on Instagram. Good guy. He's private because he gets a lot of stick from boxing fans. Really good guy. Joiner by trade. What is his name? Gary the Highlander Cornish. That's it. For the British title. Was it for the British title? I think he had 13 fights before that, and he was working at like B&Q or somewhere, and they gave him 6 weeks off to train for the fight in full pay.
Yeah.
And he come in, he's like, all right, I'm going to have you. I'm having you, Josh. And they banged 13 seconds, something mental.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was
Joshua's early days.
Yeah. Gary Cornish, Sam Sexton, Dillian White. Who else was in?
Dillian White pushed him.
Butland. Was it Butland in his second fight? Yeah. They had a bit of a ruffle after the bell, didn't they?
Yeah. I think Dillian White was a turning point where he started having to take everything a bit serious, because then he started realising that I can get hurt.
I think that was for the Commonwealth.
Yeah.
And European, maybe. I think for the Gary Cornish fight was for the British title.
Yeah.
But you know what? People tuned in to see AJ get banged. It ain't happening. It ain't happening tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
I think he's got a couple more
We're
fights.
Not biased, but we're realists. Do you know what I mean? We're not biased, but we are realists. If you are tuning in tonight, do give us a like. If you're new around here, maybe even subscribe. We put weekly videos out on boxing from around the world in the past. legendary boxing, old school boxing, and then modern fights as well. And then we're going to do live streams for the up and coming fights. But if you are joining us tonight for the first time, welcome.
Does Joshua get himself another title?
I think so.
Which route does he go?
I think he waits for Fury to have a meltdown, lose all his belts, and he swoops in there for the seconds. Do you know what I mean?
Swoops in.
Or Alexander Usyk gets himself caught up in the East for the worst of reasons. And I think, do you know what I mean? Maybe along those lines.
Pulling off an upset.
Dubois pulling off an upset against Usyk, and then Dubois facing Joshua for the mandatory. Could work. Could happen. Could happen. I think that is the best route I've heard.
Yeah, I don't see Tyson Fury making a fight with Joshua at the minute. I think Joshua needs a couple more fights.
Who we got here? It's me for AJ. For me, AJ, don't get another title. If we can talk about the 90s boxing and the 70s boxing, it's the 70s boxing, the golden age of boxing, and the 90s is the silver age of boxing. Then how did Big George Foreman come back and do it at the age of 45?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? If we're talking about ages, George is next level, let's face it. But Anthony Joshua, he's a fantastic fighter. Olympic gold medalist. He didn't have an easy run to the European title. He won a world championship within 14 fights against Charles Martin. We've got Danny Woolridge. I don't think it's going to be an AJ win. I think it's a flurry of shots and from Franklin, and he's done. I don't think Franklin's got a flurry of shots in him, if I'm honest with you.
Well, there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people who
Danny, are you an AJ hater or are you an AJ fan?
There's a lot of
people
thinking AJ's not got it anymore.
I'm biased towards AJ. You know, he's British. You know, he ain't done nothing wrong. I like him. Oh, we got Danny. If he does win, I'd like to see him fight Wilder. Yeah, fair one. We had a comment back in, who would you like to see AJ fight next? I said Wilder. I prefer the Wilder fight over the Fury fight. Nah, that's a lie.
No, everyone wants to see Fury fight.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who. Everyone wants to see Fury fight, don't they? So if it's against AJ, that is the fight that's...
AJ bores, man. You're tuning in tonight, mate. AJ can't bore you. Come on, lad. Sarah, I'm predicting another AJ meltdown tonight.
Oh, we're not going to have another Usyk AJ meltdown, are we?
What, do you reckon he's going to get banged by Franklin and just start rapping in the ring? I don't know.
It
was like a scene out of Channel U. I don't know.
I think Dillian White will bang him out just to make sure.
What does that say? From Danny there? Yes, Sarah. If you are new here tonight, do drop us a like. And if you are new here, then welcome to the live stream of Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. My name is Carl Brooks, and we'll be bringing you live commentary. My co-host tonight is
Charlie Wainwright. Who's this?
Who we got here? And cry like another baby. I think he was concussed for that fight, you know. And I
don't know. I think it was a bit more disrespect to Usyk.
Yeah, it was bad. I
think he got it handed to him. He got outboxed every second of both of them fights. He got made to look a bit of a fool. He didn't like it.
Oh, fuck.
This bloke's had his career his own way the whole way through. So to go back-to-back losses, I think he took the first one and he thought, I'm going to go back in and I'm going to rip this guy's head off. Got in the ring and it just didn't work out for him. Usyk clearly a lot smarter.
Yeah.
And made him...
Usyk's ring IQ is just fantastic, though. Do you know what I mean?
He knew to
say... He's a two-time Olympic gold medalist, and he's a big pedigree for that. Love the setup. Thank you, Kimberly. For me, Josh was concussed. The stuff he was saying was bizarre. Yeah, fair one. We've got our first call in tonight. We're going to go live on the line to Thomas Legs Kingsbury. Thomas, you are live on YouTube. Tom, you're live on YouTube. What's your predictions for the fight tonight?
AJ,
what round? What round?
there because I'm coming.
Yeah, we've got a spare seat in there. There's myself, Carl Brooks, all the way from Boxing Legends. Wrong. Bloody about boxing. And we've got
Charlie Wainwright over here as well.
all the way from Blackpool. Hey, up the donkeys. And it sounds like we're gonna have a special guest in the evening. Tom, I hope you're dressed for the occasion. Because we are sat like a couple of Peaky Blinders extras. But you are more than welcome to serve the tea and stand up background.
I've got a ticket number on a hat, mate.
Get yourself over here for sure.
All right, mate. Yeah, don't get too many of my details out of life. Jesus.
Right, take care. All the best. God bless. Godspeed. I'll see you soon.
All right.
Sounds like we're gonna have a special guest coming in tonight. What we got here? Can I ring in? For sure, you can ring in. If you are friends of the channel, be sure to get us through the channel. Subscribe, get the number, and give us a ring in. Yeah, happy with that. And how do I ring? Be sure to subscribe and then and get through the contact details. Not a drama. Who have you guys got at home? I personally got Joshua in the first 4 rounds. I'm going to beat around the bush with it.
I think it's going longer. I think it's going for the 6. I don't think it's going any further than the 6. I think Joshua needs to get in the ring, get in there early, assert his dominance, put on a bit of a show for his fans, get a few rounds under his belt, and then get a bit of a workout.
Yeah.
If he goes early, all he's going to do is just prove that, yeah, he can knock someone out quite early.
I'm not going to read that comment out. You're actually disgusting. And you know the doors. We'll leave it there. Carry on where we are. Carry on with it. Danny, big on with you. Go on, big on with you. I assume you're Northern.
From Withenshaw.
Where's he from? Is that Withenshaw?
He's from around that area, and he's a Manc.
Oh yeah, happy days. Standard business over these boys.
Yeah, he's round Ricky Hatton's area.
Okay, yeah, fair one. Ricky Hatton's some point in the undercard tonight. I did watch it. Didn't catch the round. It was a win for the Hatton family. Danny Woolridge. Stanley Bridge, boy. Stanley Bridge, eh? Who'd you follow, Danny? I assume you're a football man. Who you follow him? Heavyweight contest tonight. The ages between the differences. AJ sitting at 33 years old. Tail of the tape with Franklin coming in, the younger man at 29 years old. AJ is 6'6", with a 4-inch height advantage over the 6'2" Franklin. AJ's at a career heaviest of 18 stone 3 pounds. Jermaine Franklin's coming at 16 stone 10, but 16 stone 10 is not solid of muscle. Fight record. Anthony Joshua 27 fights and 22 knockouts. 3 by the way of loss. Franklin's had 22 fights, with just the 1 loss coming by the way of Dillian White in his last fight. If you watched that, it was a great fight. I enjoyed it. Lost and the decision.
There's a lot of stat padding though, isn't there, with some of these fighters? There's a lot of, we're going to get someone through 15, 20 fights, get quite a few wins on there just for the...
Yeah.
Just to give them that 21-1 type sketch in the ring. It just makes for a bit of better reading. Whereas if he was truthful and you look at the caliber of opponent he's come up against, has he really?
I love his record. I personally love his record. I think it's an absolutely fantastic one. We have our second call-in of the evening. We've got Declan, soon to be on the line. Hello, is that Declan? Hello, is that Declan?
Yeah, that's me speaking. How's it going, boys? You all right?
Yeah, we're just going to angle the mic down to you. Hello, mate. Where are you coming from this evening?
I'm coming from southwest England.
Southwest England. Happy days. What, Cornwall way? Cornwall way?
Cornwall way, pretty much, mate. There's not much going on down this way, to be honest.
Okay, yeah, Janatown. Happy days. How do you see the fight going?
Well, do you know what? It can only go one way for me personally, right? And this is my opinion on the situation. Anthony Joshua has got a lifeline in his boxing career, okay?
Yeah.
Either knocks him out comfortably, or he goes the full distance, and it's maybe time for AJ to go, you know, potentially like retire.
How do you see it going between the two? I personally think it's going to be an early AJ knockout. We've got Franklin coming down to the ring, by the way. Stand on deck. We've got Franklin coming down to the ring now, dressed in a black robe, black gloves, hair tied back, beard trimmed, looking the part. He's raring for this. He's raring for this. This is the biggest night of his life.
Look,
God bless him.
That guy, yeah, but this Franklin guy, who's heard of him? Who's heard of him?
Until the Dillian White fight.
Anthony Joshua to knock him out in a couple of rounds, and if he don't so, then it's a bit of an embarrassment, isn't it? You know, we're talking about the top heavyweight champions in the world, and if he can't knock this guy out in a few rounds, he ain't worthy of getting another title shot. And that's my humble opinion on it.
Yeah. He's going to get him out there. Go on, Charlie.
I'm thinking the same. Franklin, no one's heard of him. A lot of the 21-1, it's all stat padding. Who's he fought before Dillian White that anyone actually knows?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But it's good speaking to you boys. Really enjoying this stream, and happy days. Big up below the belt boxing.
We've got Danny Woolridge in the comments. He agrees with the caller. Cheers for calling. We generally appreciate it. And are you watching at home? And are you streaming with us tonight?
Yeah, I'm watching from home, and it just popped up on YouTube. I thought, do you know what? Give it a little spin, and I'm loving the vibe, boys.
I hope we didn't disappoint. And God bless. Good luck to you, mate.
Yeah,
take care.
Happy days.
All the best.
Take it easy.
Happy days. Good to hear from the local fans. You know, just English boxing fans. I personally think English boxing fans are the best in the world. So we've got it tonight. We've got Danny. Danny's still with us tonight. We've got Phoenix and Charlie. We've got Boxing After Dark. And we got some comments and we got some guys in the comments. Happy days.
Jump out for a minute.
Yeah, happy days. Yeah.
Refreshment.
We've got the main event for you this evening coming up. We've got a main event for you coming up for you this evening. We've got the new dawn of Anthony Joshua. Jermaine Franklin is now in the ring, dressed in black gloves, black robe, looking at business, hair tied back. And just looking for the biggest night of his life. Joshua is soon to be walking the ring walk. We're looking for the fight to be about 10:30. Maybe with a long old ring walk, bit of intros, bit of outros, maybe 20 to 11. Greenwich Mean Time. Who we've got of us tonight, though? Give us a shout in the comments. Do give us a shout in the comments who we got here tonight. And say where you're from. Say what you're up to. Say why you're not watching the fight, and say why you're with us. We're going to get the promotions for you guys to watch. We've had a couple of call-ins tonight. If you know us locally, then do give us a shout. We'd love to hear from the guys after the fight, especially as it stands. We've got the main event coming up for you shortly. For those joining us, Kimberly, don't worry, we can hear the caller fine. I believe the last message was, "I'm with the caller." Mate, the caller. It is what it is. We've got a main event coming up. So we got Jermaine Franklin coming down to the ring now. So he's had a long old intro, standard business now for boxing. The intro, the ring walk, is as much of a spectacle as the fight itself. If you look back on the earlier fights, then not so much. But yeah, happy days. This is Franklin's moment. He's going to take a long stroll. He's walking on his own, hair tied back, dressed in black, white stencil writing, black gloves, black robe, and with no team tonight, which I like that. Do you know what I mean? He's walking down to the ring on his own. It's an individual effort, and fair play to him. His team's going to meet him in the ring. My name's Carl Brooks, and we are joined by my co-host tonight, Charlie Wainwright. Charlie, get yourself in here, mate.
Quick trip to the bar.
Happy with that. Not a drama. Franklin walking on his own down the ring.
Franklin is.
Yeah. On his own. I like that. Yeah, that's old school business.
A bit of confidence.
Danny, I'm with the caller on what he said. If it goes 12 rounds, then not an entertaining the Fury fight. Yeah, fair one, Geezer. I know. Do you know what? Yeah, Fury been watching this like, yeah, bomb, yeah, absolute bomb. Danny, you did say you're from Manchester though, so you're a little bit biased towards the Fury fight, maybe, towards a Fury fan, maybe. But it's what it is. Franklin's in a ring now. Franklin's in a ring, joined by his team. I don't know too much about his team. I know a little bit about Franklin. I don't know much about his team though. But this is the biggest night of his life. A roofer by trade. Joshua is in the back. He's walking up with a man himself, Eddie Earn, chairman of Matchroom Promotions, and I don't know where he sits on the DAZN board, but he's in there somewhere. Joshua dressed in white robe. Looks like he's made out of granite. Standard AJ business coming in. A career heavyweight, was it
250 pounds? He's big. There's talk of Eddie Hearn there as well. Where do you think, who's his next big fighter?
Do you know what? He promotes everyone, mate. He promotes everyone, and I love him. He done more for British boxing than Frank Warren, Frank Maloney, when he was Frank Maloney. And who else?
Well, the last 10 years British boxing has been dominated by Eddie Hearn.
What's that other geezer's name?